can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two. The Candyman can. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good.
Dear people of the world, I, Willy Wonka, have decided to allow 5 children, just 5 mind you, and no more, to visit my factory this year. These lucky 5 will be shown around by me personally. They will be allowed to see all the secrets and the magic of my factory. Then, at the end of the tour, as a special present, all of them will be given enough chocolates and sweets to last them for the rest of their lives. So, watch out for the golden tickets. 5 golden tickets have been printed on golden paper, and these golden tickets have been hidden underneath the ordinary wrapping paper of 5 ordinary bars of chocolate. These bars may be anywhere, in any shop, in any street, in any town, in any country in the world. Upon any counter where Wonka's candies are sold. The lucky finders of these golden tickets are the only ones who will be allowed to visit my factory to see what it's like inside. Good luck to you all and happy hunting! Yours truly, Willy Wonka.
Well, folks, the day is just about over, and my sources have told me that the 5 lucky children who have just been touring Willy Wonka's illustrious chocolate factory have already left the scene. Our reporters tried to get exclusive interviews with said children. However, it seems they vanished without a trace. We may never know what went on inside those factory walls, or what wonders these lucky children have witnessed.
My name is Augustus Gloop. I was a golden winner, and this is my story. I'm a simple boy from Dusselheim, Germany. I live with my mama and papa in our family's butcher shop. I love to eat. I consider myself an expert when it comes to food. All kinds of foods you put in front of me and I enjoy. Bratwurst, schnitzel, potato, sauerbraten, Hasenpfeffer, you name it. I also was a competitive eater. Dusselheim's #1 champion, in fact.
Und der erste Platz getan, Herr Augustus Gloop.
With the proud support of my mama and papa, I continue to eat all kinds of foods. I would even help taste test various restaurants with new and exciting dishes to make sure that they were right for the consumers.
And what do you think, Augustus?
Wunderbar!
Wunderbar!
Yeah, we're German! But my favorite thing to eat, what I craved more than anything else in the whole wide world, was chocolate. Sweet, glorious chocolate. I never ate chocolate competitively, for it is just far too tasty to be eaten in haste. I especially loved Wonka chocolates. They were the very best chocolates in the whole world. I would eat at least 5 bars of chocolate a day, maybe more. I couldn't help myself. Wonka's chocolates just sent me to heaven. They were a gateway to joy and happiness. The rich, creamy milk chocolate, sometimes the dreamy caramel filling, or the peanut butter. I was addicted. I was happy. However, my body seemed to suffer my choices. Over my childhood, I was constantly gaining weight. My mama always said,
Augustus, there is nothing wrong with you. You are a growing, healthy boy. You will be a large, hefty man, just like your father, and his father before him. I love you just the way you are, my chubby little Liebchen.
My mama. She was always so supportive of me, always making me feel like I was the best kid in the whole world. But at school, the other children were not as supportive. All the other boys constantly made fun of me, called me fatty und Schnitzelgruber. They would knock me down and beat me up. I told myself that I didn't care what they thought of me. But secretly, I did. I remember after being made fun of, I would run to the janitor's closet, stuff my face full of Wonka's chocolate, and cry. It was my only source of comfort. I was happy whenever I ate. Why couldn't anybody respect that? I felt so alone. But then one day, I heard the glorious news.
The famous chocolate and candy maker, Mr. Willy Wonka, has announced a contest awarding 5 lucky children to a private exclusive tour of his amazing factory, along with a secondary prize of a lifetime supply of chocolate. 5 golden foil tickets have been placed in 5 random Wonka bars all throughout the world. Already, Wonka sales have skyrocketed, and one special secret grand prize for one child will be awarded at the end of the tour.
A tour of his factory? A lifetime supply of chocolate? My heart was skipping beats and my mouth was drooling over the thought of all that chocolate. I had to win. And if I did win, I would also be able to rub it in the other boys' faces. I'd finally be a winner. So I'd asked my mama for nothing but Wonka bars. She filled a whole butcher shop full with boxes upon boxes of Wonka chocolate. I began eating at once. Day after day, I ate non-stop. I had to have that ticket, or no one was going to stop me. It took 5 days. 5 days of nothing but chocolate. I was sick to my stomach, and probably about 10 pounds heavier. But finally there it was. In the bar I opened right before bedtime. I found a golden ticket. It was shiny and pure, like a gift from the gods. I scrambled down to my mama and papa. Mama! Papa! I found the golden ticket!
Oh, my baby! You won!
And we all leaped and danced for joy. I have done it. I was finally going to be a winner. Many reporters from all over the world came to interview me, to congratulate me on my success. I felt so important, so good about myself. A few weeks later came the day of the factory tour. We flew first class to America, where the factory was. I was so excited to finally meet Willy Wonka. He was my hero. I loved his candy. I loved him. I wanted to know how he made them. But more importantly, I wanted to taste the forbidden sweets that lie within. When Mr. Wonka came out, I was starstruck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Willy Wonka!
Welcome, dear children. I'm so happy to have you here at my factory. This is going to be such an exciting day. I hope you enjoy it. I think you will. If you would all please line up and have your golden tickets ready, we have so much time and so little to do. Strike that. Reverse it.
My name is Veruca Salt.
My dear Veruca, such a pleasure to meet you. And what an interesting name you have. You know, I always thought a Veruca was a type of wart you got on the bottom of your foot. But now that I see you look more like a mole. This must be your father, Mr. Salt. Step right this way, sir.
This was it. I was finally going to shake hands with my hero. I was nervous, yet I was happy. I was going to wet myself if I didn't calm down. Augustus Gloop!
Augustus, my dear boy, thank you for coming.
I'm your biggest fan. I love your candy. I eat it all the time.
I can see that. Thank you for your fanatic devotion. This must be your mother.
Ja, Ingrid Gloop. Thank you for the lovely tour, Herr Wonka.
Ja, is good.
I got a good look at the other winners. They all seem like brats to me. Of course I wasn't worried about them. I just wanted that sweet chocolate.
Violet Beauregarde, winner and record-breaking gun chewer.
Well, Miss Beauregard, that is quite an accomplishment. Your family must be very proud.
Yes, I am, Scarlet Beauregard. So happy to meet such a debonair and dapper chocolate maker such as yourself.
Flattery will get you nowhere, madam. However, walking will get you everywhere. Please step this way.
Hello, Mr. Wonka. I'm Margaret Teavee, and this is my son, Mike.
Ah, yes, the little genius who cracked my system. So happy to have you.
What's the Wi-Fi password to this useless place?
Oh, I'm delighted to tell you, dear boy, that there is no Wi-Fi or cell phone reception in my factory.
None?
None.
Well, I'm out of here.
Oh, Mike, don't be rude. Remember what I told you. He's a good boy, really.
Really? Right this way.
Charlie Bucket, sir.
Well, Charlie Bucket, I read all about you in this morning's paper. Got your ticket at the very last second, eh? Well, better late than never, I always say. And who's this gentleman?
Mr. Wonka, don't you remember me? I used to work for you all those years ago.
Were you one of those no-good candy-napping spies?
Of course not, sir.
Terrific. Welcome back. Right this way, gentlemen. Everyone set? Yes? Good. On we go.
I was so happy, I was sure nothing could bring me down. My God, how wrong I was. Everyone walked down this metallic hallway to a very, very tiny door.
My dear friends, allow me to present my most cherished room. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the chocolate room.
The chocolate room. Yes, now we are talking. Once he opened the door, my jaw dropped and my tummy rumbled with hunger. And my mouth drooled at the sight of this wonderful landscape. It was a whole room filled with all sorts of candy and chocolate. The trees bore gummy fruit. The bushes had chocolate teacups. Licorice vines and candy toadstools were everywhere. I can't even describe it well enough to do it justice. And in the middle of it all, a giant chocolate river. Mr. Wonka turned to us and said,
Dear children, this room is the result of years of imagination and hard work. Everything you see in this room is eatable. I mean, edible.
Whoa. Even the grass?
Yes, my dear boy, the grass is made of a new minty sugar.
That's so pointless.
Daddy, I want edible grass at home.
Anything you say, princess.
I was so excited I couldn't contain myself. I'm hungry! Can we get eating? I hadn't eaten anything since the day started. I wanted an empty belly for all the goodies I would taste. Mr. Wonka simply nodded his head and told us to enjoy ourselves. The rest of the kids, the gum chewer, the brat, the TV kids, and the poor bucket boy all ran for different parts of the room. As for me, I ate everything in my path. I was unstoppable. I ate the grass, the bushes, the lollipops, the gummy bears, the marshmallows. It was all so good. But the thing that caught mine eye was that beautiful, shiny, brown chocolate river. It was like it was calling to me, beckoning me with its smell alone. I waddled over to the river. I looked down, seeing my reflection in the river. I then thought to myself, but I can't swim. Maybe if I just take a handful, it couldn't hurt anybody. Mr. Wonka did say to enjoy ourselves after all. So, I scooped up a handful of the river and tasted it. Oh my God! I never tasted such rich, such sweet, such savory chocolate in all my life. I was in pure bliss. I wanted to live here and never go home. I was so happy that Mr. Wonka's yelling towards me from afar didn't even reach my ears.
Augustus, please! My chocolate must be untouched by human hands. You're contaminating it.
What was he yelling about? His chocolate was perfect. And that's when it happened. the sweet sugary edible grass from under my knees gave way und in I went. I will never forget that moment as long as I live. In that river, I saw nothing but brown. The sweet savory chocolate was now pulling me down under to my doom. I cried out for help, flailing and sinking into the river. Help! Mama!
Help! Someone save my boy! He can't swim!
The river kept pulling me under like a vacuum. It was pulling my legs down, dragging me under. That was it. I was doomed to drown in the food that I truly loved. This was the end. However, I felt my body being jammed into some kind of tube, sucking me upwards into it. I was finally out of the river, but now I was stuck in a glass pipe. I could see the horrified look on my mama's face from the distance, and the glazed look of Wonka's stupid face.
Call the fire brigade!
The pipe's not big enough to hold him.
He's lodged in there good.
Daddy, look over there! There's little people!
Oh, I see you've met the Oompa Loompas.
Oompa Loompas?
Why wasn't I moving? I felt the chocolate build up under me. I struggled to move myself, but to no avail. I was far too husky. What if I couldn't get out? What if I was stuck here forever? As if things couldn't get any worse. The next thing I saw was a bunch of little men with orange skin, and they were singing.
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-doo, I've got a perfect puzzle for you. Oompa loompa doompa-dee-dee, if you are wise you'll listen to me. What do you get when you guzzle down sweets? Eating as much as an elephant eats. What are you at? Getting terribly fat. What do you think will come of that? I don't like the look of it. Get me out of here!
Singing about me, insulting me. If I could have gotten out of this pipe, I would have strangled them.
Help me!
Mr. Wonka,
Please!
he's not going to be stuck up there, is he?
Perish the thought, my boy. The pressure of the chocolate building behind him will be enough to get him through the pipe.
Suddenly, the chocolate building up behind me was fit to burst. And then...
Oompa loompa doompa-dee-da, if you're not greedy you will go far. You will live in happiness too, like the Oompa loompa doompa-dee-doo. Doompa-dee-doo.
I shot up the pipe like a bullet, hearing my mama screaming as I went. Suddenly, I was back to drowning in chocolate. I couldn't take much more. It wasn't long until I finally passed out. This was it. Goodbye, Mama. Goodbye, world.
Augustus, wake up! Augustus, wake up! Wake up, please! Oh, baby boy, wake up!
Mama? Where am I?
Oh, thank heavens! You are alive!
I was lying in a hospital bed. I felt so strange, so stiff. Mama? What happened?
Oh, Augustus, don't panic. They did everything they could to fix you.
Fix me? What do you mean? That's when I saw mine hands. Mine once chubby white hands was now chocolate brown. My arms, my legs, even my clothes was the same color. I slowly began to move my stiff arm, and then I smelt it. Mine fingers. I licked one of them. Fudge! Mine finger was made of fudge! All of me was made of fudge! Mama, what happened to me?
They told me you were sucked into the fudge-making machine. We tried to get you out in time, but it was too late. Oh, mein Liebling. You are made of fudge. Oh, my poor baby.
This couldn't be happening. A person can't be turned into fudge. It's impossible. I found myself sobbing with my mama. Even my tears were made of chocolate. When my mama and I were escorted out of the factory, one of those little orange men told us that from now on, I would have to be kept in a refrigerated temperature. Otherwise, I would melt. This was too scary to be real. I kept telling myself that it was a nightmare. All from too much chocolate, it had to be. I even pinched my arm to test it. I felt no pain. But a piece of my arm came off in my fingers. I was truly made of fudge. I was now Augustus Gloop, the living fudge boy. That was 6 years ago. Mama tried to fight with lawsuits against Wonka, but nothing went through. That's because he had to sign a contract at the beginning of the tour. My room was moved into a butcher shop freezer. It was so cold, but any warmer and I could melt. It was hell. A frozen hell. I couldn't go outside or go to school. I had to have private tutors, but they never lasted. Being made of fudge, my body never aged. I never grew taller or thinner. In my mind, I felt like I was growing up, but my body just wouldn't catch up. I was doomed to live in my internal childhood body forever. My mama always told me to be thankful that I am alive. This is alive? No, it's not. This is not living. This is what food feels like. Stuck in an icebox waiting for the end to come. It was a prison. 6 long years. I never ate my lifetime supply of chocolate or any candy of any kind ever again. I couldn't even if I wanted to. It just made me sick. It felt like a punishment. But what have I done wrong? I enjoyed food? Was that my crime? I ask that question every night before I cry myself to sleep. I truly am like chocolate now. Hollow and dark.
Augustus, you got a letter, darling.
A letter? Who would send me a letter? Dear Mr. Augustus Gloop, I believe I have a proposition for you.